The Alamo is the most famous Spanish mission in the world and is located in San Antonio, the second largest city in Texas, in the south-central region of the United States. It is located about 80 miles west of Houston and 80 miles south of Austin. The city has a rich history and a strong heritage, and the Alamo is located right in the center of downtown San Antonio. If you are staying in downtown San Antonio, it is best to just walk to the location. Various local buses also have stops nearby. Or if you drive, it is located right off of Interstate 37, and there are several paid parking lots within walking distance of the site.
So where we are today is the famous Alamo, so the world famous Alamo here in San Antonio, Texas. So the Alamo is actually located in the center of downtown San Antonio. So the grounds are compacted a little bit. Originally it was a Spanish mission and it extended further down into the current downtown area. Now when you're here, right across the street from it is the San Antonio Visitor Center, so you can find out a lot of information about things you might want to do while you're here in San Antonio. And then there's a lot of like tourist things along here. There's souvenir shops, there's wax museums, things like that. So we're going to go into the Alamo. We're going to learn a little bit more about the history. Like I said, it started as a Spanish mission, so it's most famously known for the Battle of the Alamo. But how it originally started was a Spanish mission. Now, a Spanish mission was a community built by the Spanish crown here in current-day Texas, which was before that New Spain. The purpose of it was to convert the indigenous populations to Catholicism, right? So it was started by usually Franciscan monks, and it was basically a community, and the hope was to get the indigenous population assimilated into Spanish culture. So that's the original history of the Alamo, right? As time went on, it became famous for the Battle of the Alamo. That's when, after New Spain, it became part of Mexico. So this part of the United States, Texas, was actually Mexico. So we're going to learn a little bit more about the history. Let's head in. When you're here at the Alamo, there are beautiful grounds around it, and the grounds are part of the original mission. So a little bit about the Battle of the Alamo. So the battle was in 1836, right? And after this area was New Spain, it was part of Mexico. So there began to be a rebellion, Texas Rebellion, right? And Texans wanted this area to be part of the United States and part of its own independent Republic of Texas, right? So this is probably one of the most iconic and historical places for Texas history. So basically what they did is they fought against kind of like a battle of independence, like the Revolutionary War, but for Texas specifically. So they fought Mexico to get independence from Mexico and become their own Republic of Texas. Now, this battle lasted for 13 days in 1836. So about 180 men fought about 2,000 Mexican soldiers with 3 cannons that they used from here, right? So if you could imagine beyond here, you know, where all the buildings and all the tourist stuff is now, there were Mexican armies trying to overtake the Alamo. Now, the Texans fought with the Mexican army for 13 days, and they basically used this as a stronghold. So they had the high ground, and they also had the protective walls of the area. Now, the Alamo had walls because when it was originally designed as a Spanish mission, the walls were used to protect the Spanish population from indigenous Native American tribes. So it was built for that, but it wasn't built for extreme artillery attacks. So it's kind of famous because of how much the army lasted with the 180 men versus the 2,000 to 2,100 Mexican soldiers, right? So it really speaks something about persistence and love for your own place and to create your own republic. So it's very important to Texas. Now, you may want to know who won. So the Texans actually lost this battle, right? But what's so amazing about it is their persistence and their love for their state, right? But where Texas won was at the Battle of San Jacinto a couple years later, and that is closer to Houston, right? So this isn't marking a winning battle, it's actually a losing battle for Texas, but it's more about the legacy of it and the love of the state, and it kind of propelled Texas into this larger rebellion, eventually getting their independence from Mexico at the Battle of San Jacinto, closer to Houston. So it really is a testament to love for your state and independence. So when you're here at the Alamo, I highly recommend you take a look at the exhibit. It's a very small museum, it costs $5, but it explains a lot of what I'm talking about in greater detail and helps you learn more about New Spain, the missions, the colonization of Texas, the settlement of Texas from the United States, and the Battle of the Alamo. So make sure you take a look at that while you're here. there you have it, guys. That is the Alamo. So it is an incredible piece of Texas and American history, and it really represents, you know, fighting for a cause and gaining your independence and fighting for your cultural region. You can travel in time here from the early Spanish missions of New Spain up until Mexico being the occupier of this location, up into it actually being Texas. And interestingly, there were also battles fought on the Confederate side of the Civil War here at the Alamo too. So it's said here in San Antonio that whoever controls the Alamo controls San Antonio and controls Texas. So it's a very interesting piece of American history, and military buffs are going to love it. Like I said, the grounds are not as big as they were. If you want to see a more intact Spanish mission, check out our missionary video. That's also available on our channel page. Guys, if you like this content, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Like and share this video. Leave me a comment below on your tips and tricks of navigating the Alamo. And if you have any questions at all, leave them below. Thanks, guys. Until next time, take care.